Yo, what's going on, everybody? Merry Christmas, Happy New Year kind of thing going on. We got Banquet 2024, and what I can tell you is that this event to me was, um, golly, how do I want to say it? Basically, I didn't think too much of it, man. I was looking forward to it, 10-year anniversary. I was expecting a better event. I was expecting, what do I want to say? It just wasn't great, man. It was okay. It was fucking medium. It just wasn't exciting. It was exciting when it started, right? You saw the milestones, the solo, the alliance rewards, and even some of those were already like, eh. The realm rewards, you were like, yo, that looks juicy. However, the reason why I say all of that's because the crystals themselves, the drop rates aren't great. And that was going to drive, in my opinion, it's going to drive whether or not most players, if they did what I did, was, hey, I want the Isophene dupe. And I'm going to do the minimal points to get there, right? You could shout out to some of these YouTubers that talked about, they do the math. Rich the Man's one of the good YouTubers that, free to play strategies, approaches, processes, little tools, spreadsheets, whatever, to kind of get you smart. And there's other people that do this stuff too. Not going to say, I mean, KT1, there's others, but bottom line is this. I spend out, I think it's 65 crystals. All right. And some of them are from tickets, and then some I bought with my units. And then I spent $50 that I had left over on an iTunes card on my Apple account to grab 10 out of the in store bundle. And so 65 is going to get me what you're going to see in this. And it's okay. And there's a few highlights, but the majority of it, when you go to think about what's in these crystals, is just not all of that. But let's try to be positive, right? In my opening, I think I'd let this one spin out, and then I'm gonna start popping them. And I mean, you see this thing. This thing's just spinning forever. So we know we're going to get ISO. We know we're going to get gold guarantee. I did not realize how much ISO and gold, you don't really think about it as much until it's all over and you see your gold skyrocket. When I had 47 million when this thing starts. And we'll get to see what it is towards the end. I had 14,000 units, and now I'm down to, what, 5285. And we do get some units inside of milestones. So I kind of look, I'm like, all right, I see a bunch of ISO, 75,000 7-star shards. I was like, not bad for, I guess, first 10. T7 basic, first time that pops up. I'm like, okay, we only need 63,000 more of those, and I got like 600 of them. And we finally get some tier 4 alpha, which obviously you need to rank 3 champs. And I got another, 500 more 7-star shards. No Titan shards yet. No 6 stones yet. And then boom, I get some 6 stones. I'm like, okay, 4 of those. I guess that's okay. And then I got enough for 1 7-star basic. We're going to pop the last 10. I get a couple more T7 basic. Again, T6 class out the ass. T5 class out the ass. T5 is like kind of filler in a sense, but you see it, and then I get 2,000 Titan shards, and then no more 7-star shards. I got 2 more 6 stones basics, and I'm like, that's, 11 million in gold. I'm like, that's what I got for 40 of these? Like, man, I got deflated here, guys. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I was deflated as fuck. Here I'm sitting there thinking, okay, now I'm looking at, I got gifts, I got Alliance War results came out. I'm not even going to talk about that. I'm in a chill status, but still, I mean, anyway, so you see all the stuff that's popping up. I got to go claim it. I took that out of the video so you don't have to see me do that. And I end up, out of the milestones, you get like 5 of these. That's all you got extra was 5 of these crystals. 4, I had one. That's the 5th one is not on video. It just isn't. My bad. But we're gonna spend these out, and like I said, we've spun 41 tickets and units only used at this point, and it was just meh. That's all it was. It was just mediocre. Um, so we got these free ones, and I'm still just trying to get my thoughts together on this event. Like at this point, I was like, "Yo, I don't know. Should I do?" And then that pops up, and I was like, "Okay." It only took $450 worth of units to get that, but that was promising. And I was like, you know what, man? Maybe I still got a chance to get something good here, right? And again, thinking about what's in these superior crystals. I mean, you're talking about you could get a 7-star Jessica Jones. There were some other selectors. There was other, there's a lot of these Titan shards and whatever. Um, I guess I can't be too mad because I did get a Nexus, right? So that was one of the things that everybody wanted to get their hands on. And then, I mean, look at this. I got 3 more or 2 more 6 stones. Not great. So we're going to go ahead and pop open some 7 stars. And we're going to hope that this is going to shake out well for me, right? Now I can tell you now the 3 champs that are in the basic pool that I want, my top 3 most wanted right now would go rank 3 instantly is Crossbones, Piggy, and the Serpent Dupe. And first one up, it's not bad. It's not what I wanted though. I like OG Iron Man, use him for raids. He's got the buff has made him great. Let's just be honest. He's a great champ. It's just not what I wanted. I'll take the SIGs. I'll take the Titan shards though. So we got 2 more, and we got a Nexus, and we're gonna spend this out, and we're gonna see what we get. And again, we're going after a Crossbones, a Piggy, and a Serpent Dupe. Piggy would be a first time. Crossbones would be a first time. Just give me my damn Crossbones though. I've got so much 6 stones saved for him. It's just not even funny. I don't get him. I get Sasquatch, and it took me a longest time forever to get Sasquatch. I mean, when I say I probably got him maybe a few months ago, and then I finally duped him around Cyber. I think it was Cyber when I duped him, and then I just got 20 more SIGs. I'll end up taking him up. He's good for Battlegrounds. He needs to be a little bit higher SIGs, but I'm not trying to invest in him like that. I got other champs way more better for me that I enjoy playing that I would invest my 6 stones in. And I'm just hoping I get a Crossbones. All right. But if you notice, there was a shocker in that reel, and then it lands on him. He was a 2024 selector, and he was not in the basic pool, and they must have added him, which I did check afterwards. They did. They added like White Magneto, Punisher 99, some of those champs like that in here. Really great. I was phenomenal. Not I was phenomenal. It was phenomenal to grab him. Finally dupe my 7-star. I'm going to rank 3 him. He probably would have been number 4, number 5 most wanted basic champ, but he wasn't, and that's why I didn't. If I would have known he was in the pool for this event, I would have said him as probably one of those top 3, or I just would have said top 5. Anyway, we popped this open, and my dust is already like 660, rank 3. Some people say you should have just did that. Penny, I don't really care for. Never liked her. Blade, I loved my 5-star Blade. Did a lot of work. He needs the SIGs more, in my opinion, than the other 2. Maybe one day I'll finish CCP Karinas and get the Starkey, and then want to, live some old times playing him and maybe invest in him. So who knows? Anyway, I decided to put it in, just grab him. It didn't really matter which one of those three I grabbed. Some people would say, yeah, you already got the rank 3. You should have went after him, after Dust. I was fine with her at 60, man. So this is where I used the $50 that was left on my Apple account to grab 10 more. So I was kind of feeling it like, okay, 7-star Shocker, Dupe, the Nexus. I did pull. I do have a good bit of rank up material at this point. And I was like, but the real reason that I'm buying these other 20, well, not buying them, but units and then the $50 was I needed to get to the threshold for Isophene Dupe cutoff minimum. So that's why I already had this planned. You saw I had some units that brought me up to like 6,000 or so. So I was able to stay above the Odin that I wanted to during this event. So save units and everything, I was pretty much on target, plus the tickets. And then I had $50. So that worked out fine. Okay, so I could tell you right now for the next like 2-3 crystals, I try to let my wife spin them. And she just wasn't hearing it, man. She was working. She wasn't feeling the love and the joy to want to be popping crystals for MCOC. So I'll end up taking the mic from her and popping, I think, the last 17. But, I mean, look at that, man. I mean, what is that? 5700 T4 Alpha? I mean, dude, that's shit, bro. You got to think about this. Like, Kabam, like, we can get it in Glory. We can get it in the Battleground store. And we can get more of that. And that's what you gave us. And I read their comments in the forums. We didn't want this and this to happen. And then I'm like, all right, well, why don't you increase the shard drop rate? Like, look, when you look at when this 20's done, if you total up my shards, I mean, not my shard, yeah, my shards, my 6 stones, 7-star basic and Titan, you do generic class SIGs, and then you do tier 5 class and tier 6 class, tier 3, tier 4 alpha, T6, T7. I guarantee you're going to see a discrepancy. It's just absolute bias on these crystals, man. And it's just not motivating for the players to want to spend to get more crystals, which contribute to where they put the best goddamn rewards in the realm. And you'll see it. Look at this. I mean, every time I got to look at this shit, I got to look at just tier 6, class, basic, whatever. Now, I get the fucking key here, which I was happy for. But what is that, 4,500 7-star shards? That's it, man. No Titans. So out of 60-something, I only had 2,000 Titan shards I earned. Out of 65, 66 fucking crystals. And basic-wise, for 7-star shards, I think it was 20,000 7-star basic shards. That was it, dude. That was it. 1 key, 1 nexus. That was it. The rest of my 7 stars that I earned was from the milestones. I formed a tier 4 alpha, but look, I've been saving, using battlegrounds just like everybody else, loyalty to get what you could for tier 4 alpha, and I've been saving then from cyber as well. I mean, I did a few rank ups then, but you can see at this point now, I'm like, I'm going to claim certain stuff, but a lot of the rank up material I kept in there because I have so much in overflow. It's just not even funny. Plus I have some decisions to make. Plus we have Deathless chance we need to rank up for the Deathless Karina event. I'm still wrapping up my Karina 10-year challenges, which sucks. But we're going to pop this open, and there's another 7-star I earned. And look, I wasn't mad at this. I finally duped him on Cyber, awakened him, and then I get 20 more. He's one of my favorite champs. So I'm not mad at this, but again, it's not one of the ones I really, really wanted. So a lot of SIGs pumped into champs, It's not worst case. Then we get enough to go ahead and grab the Deathless She-Hulk, which is the last one we need that we can get outside of Thanos, which we have to wait another month. But we got her, and we're going to go ahead and we get some testing in with her. So far on the testing I did last night, she was good. And we got 3 keys. We had earned 2 from milestones. There's another one we're going to earn. Plus, I had the one from the crystals. So I had 3. Some people only have 2. So I got I got 2 of the top 3 that I wanted to get my hands on, being Deadpool X and Purgatory. Medusa's the other one. 4 would be Black Panther, then Sentinel, then Sentry. Did not care for Sentry. So we'll see how this all goes. But here's the aftermath of leftover stuff from Cyber and now that I've been hoarding on. Highlights are the generic 1 to 2, the 2 to 3 gems from Cyber. I have 2 of them. I still have a Cosmic 2 to 3. I was hoping for Serpent, and then I have a lot of SIGs. I even have SIGs in Overflow for Basic, and I said earlier, I've been hoarding, man, these things. I have some chance that I could push to 200. It's just not what I really care for, because I know what champ I want my hands on, and it's the Crossbones, and that's probably why I'm not getting them, because I really want them. And then, of course, we have a shot at getting the Awakening Gem to awaken him, and then I just get it done and over with if I had a chance to get the skill. So I got a lot of decisions to make. I'm kind of waiting on Banquet to end before I make any major decisions. But Shocker will go up to rank 3. And then here's the class catalyst. So you can focus in on the T4 Alpha. That's 15 of those. So that is 5 rank 3s that you can do with just that. And then the tier 6. I mean, look, man, I had some pretty decent tier 6, but this Banquet crystals pushed me over, and I have a bunch more selectors that I can get more. I'm just not sure what class I'm going to need to lean more on with using those, because I didn't claim those rewards yet, or I didn't claim them in the milestones yet. So I've got to hand pick out some champs that I need to rank up. This includes Deathless, and just kind of make sure I don't cut myself short somewhere. But all in all, I mean, tier 6 class, tier 6 basic, and tier 3 alpha, Jesus Christ, Overflow is ridiculous. And then let's talk about Kabam here. This was the news today. They felt bad the community was busting their balls, and they were right about a lot of this, man. So what did Kabam do? Try to, I guess, salvage the community. Is they added 2 7-star basics and a 7-star nexus. Point threshold, man, I don't know. It's just stalled now. It really stalled. I don't even know if we get what we need to get. So that's why I said I feel a little irritated, because I spent to get the cutoff. Anyway, deuces.